Now it looks like I might be live. Totally a little different. Let's see. Started off different. Am I live? I don't know. I don't see it on my computer. That's the weird one right there. It should be saying that I'm live, right? I know it takes a little while for YouTube to jump over. Oh, man. Weird. I don't know what it's doing. Says it's connected, but it's not showing up online. Camera on, mic on. Oh, I don't need to be beautiful. Yup. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where that goes. YouTube. I don't know why it does that. It's supposed to be saved. Now I should be live, I think. We've been going live and it was private the whole time. There we are. Boom, boom, boom. It says we are live now. Good evening to the good people of YouTube world. I think I'm live now. And as y'all coming in, I am Coach Ken. I'm up in Anchorage, Alaska. And yes, it's live. This thing is crazy. Hope you're having a great night. Hanging out with me. Me and my Zoe cat. There's the Zoe cat. Hello, Zoe cat. You're online. Zoe cat's hanging out with me. While my wife is out of town. And we're hanging out here. Good evening. Welcome in. Let me know where you're coming from. I'm still getting used to this new app right here. If you would, give me a hey. Let me know where you're at. I am up in Anchorage, Alaska. And batching it this week. I'm going to try to get this to pop on. Good evening, y'all. There we go. And those of y'all that are coming in, looking to, maybe you're dealing with some stuff. I know there's a lot of different things that are on YouTube. I come in and I am healthy together and feeling great. I'm Coach Ken, and I help people that are wanting to reverse insulin resistance, dealing with nutrition. I'm a nutrition coach and the wellness preacher, and I hope you're having an amazing night tonight. You know, I have had so many coaches tell me about what I'm supposed to do on here. I'm basically, I'm supposed to be like really nice as a pastor and stuff, but I'm kind of like, screw everybody that keeps telling me to be somebody I'm not, right? How many of y'all are for that? That you want to sit there and be the person that you're supposed to be? And each and every one of us, God has created us. I always tell people that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and God has made you unique. To be who you're supposed to be, you need to be that. And I need to take my own advice, right? I need to follow the scriptures as well. So welcome in. I'm Coach Ken. I'm up in Anchorage, Alaska, and I hope you're doing awesome. Let me know where you're coming in from. as we're hanging out tonight. I am game for talking about anything, by and large. So put it in the comments, put a chat, give me a hello. Okay, folks, you're hanging out there. Come on, man. Don't leave me hanging. Type a hi in the chat. Let me know that you're there. Me and Zoe Cat are just kind of hanging out. And Anchorage, Alaska right now is about 28 degrees. We just had about 8 inches of snow that came back down again. So we are loaded up. I've got to go do some snow throwing. Good evening and welcome in. Those of y'all that are coming in tonight. I am Coach Ken up in Anchorage, Alaska, the wellness preacher, and here to hang out, man. That's pretty much what I'm doing tonight. Doing a little work along the way, checking out, trying out this new app. Y'all are just going to stare at me. Is that the thing? Anybody want to talk? No? Hello? Hi? Are we getting any comments? Somebody give me something in there. All right? I'm going to have to type. I'm going to type something because no one else is typing anything. I need to make sure this is working. All right? Is it showing up? There it is. Now it is. None of y'all will talk. Y'all are like a bunch of 12-year-old girls at a dance or something, like standing on the outside, right? Sylvia, you're a lovely artist. Hi, Sylvia. Thank you so very much. How are you? I mean, I was a youth pastor for 10 years. I swear, people come in here. I'm looking at the numbers. There was 24 people sitting here. There's 12. Y'all, this is not a high school dance. Come on, y'all. This is not middle school. Y'all can say, hey, I can't bite. It's, my cat can bite. I can't do that. We're just online here. So tell me where you're coming in from, Sylvia. I'm glad. You are wonderful. Where are you? I was not feeling good today. I actually was feeling a little weird today. I had to leave work, come home for a bit to take a nap. And I think I just got really tired. I do crazy hours. I'm a nutrition coach, but I'm going to tell you I talk all about hormones and help people with that. My cortisol is all screwed up. All right, you're over in Japan. Oh my goodness, that's pretty awesome. Hi, we got Myra Axum Tuzi. I'm just going to call you Myra if that's okay. I'm doing good. It's really beautiful here. My daughter is actually in Japan. My daughter is stationed there with her husband. Well, he's stationed there and she is there on the base. I've got some notes about where they are. I don't think I'm supposed to say, but I've not been to Japan, but I know it's beautiful. My wife loves Japan and her boys have both been there. Okay, good. Thank you, Myra. Where are you coming in from? Where are you coming in from? And actually, so here's the funny thing, Sylvia, because I'm in Alaska, I'm actually closer to you on an airplane than if I were to fly to Florida. That's the craziest bloody thing in the world, living up here. So it just absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. So yeah, I'm sitting here hanging out with, let's see, I got some new comments not coming up there. Thank you so very much. I'm going to introduce y'all to my cat, Zoe. Zoe is 16. All right, Zoe is my girl. She's been around for a long time. She does not like to be on camera, but that's my Zoe cat. She was born in Georgia, came all the way to Idaho, and then up to Alaska. And you are, Myra, you're in America. Where in America are you at? She has a sister, Luna. Luna is a little black ball of fluff. She is a long-haired black cat, and she is a pain in the ass. I don't know why it is. She will not use the litter box. I have had to swat her hiney so many times. I don't know what her problem is. I think she's got cortisol like I do. You're down in Vegas. I love Vegas. Vegas is awesome. I absolutely love going to Vegas. That was the first place that my wife, Lauren, and I went on our first date. that was just the two of us. She came, we met, we're both widows, and she was living in Alaska. I was living in Georgia. We met online, and then she flew into Atlanta, and we met there. And so we met there, and then I came to Alaska to meet her boys and her family up here, and then decided it was time to, we decided to do our first date. It was in Vegas, and we always it's like every couple of years we go to Vegas. We don't do any gambling. We like going there. There's just so much in Vegas. It's such a cool city. People usually always think about it as just gambling, and it's not. There's like so much to do there. And the company that we work with is actually based out of there. For our coaching company, we work with a company called Unicity out in Henderson, and it's pretty awesome. It's a great company to work with. Sylvia, that would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. And one of the things that, if you watch my videos, everything I do is coaching. When I go live, I'm here for people that might have the issues that are up here, but you know, it's kind of just like open office. So I'm good for anything. I'm talking about myself, talk about y'all, what's going on. So yeah, invite your friends. Hey, the more the merrier, right? That's what makes these kind of fun. So I usually go on for about an hour. You're dealing with anxiety. I have dealt with anxiety. That is not fun, is it? It is not fun. Just out of curiosity, dealing with anxiety, how old are you? I'm going to ask that question. And how long have you been dealing with anxiety? Was there a starting place for that? Anxiety has a lot, it's not always. Hey, we got T. Stark. Is that Tony Stark CEO? Is that it? But hello there, T. Stark CEO. Good to see you. Glad that you're here. Tell me where you're coming in from. We've got Japan. We've got Vegas in the house. One of the big things with anxiety and depression has a lot to do, 16, and since I was like 4, I've had it. There can be Myra, autistic, ADHD, autistic, Korea, T. Stark, awesome. I love this. You guys are awesome. Okay. So one of the things, in all those cases, one of the big things that happens with, and you're going to hear me, you're on enough, you'll hear me talk about it. Soluble fiber is one of the biggest driving factors because your gut is your second brain. So what I'm going to share with you right now doesn't matter your age. So teenagers, adults, doesn't make a difference. Your gut is your second brain. And most of your serotonin, about 90% of it, is made in your gut. And the primary thing you want to do is to focus on fiber. Fibrous foods. Hey, Vivi, good to see you. Welcome in. Soluble fiber is important. So we want to look at fibrous foods. Is a huge part of that. When you increase your fiber, I do remember you now, yes. Fibrous foods, in particular vegetables. If you're having apples, you want to leave the peel on. Pectin is a very important fiber. But if you increase your soluble fiber by 10 grams, you can start to lower your migraines by about 11%. When I started to make sure and I started changing, that was a huge part. I've been dealing with anxiety and depression since 2000. I was diagnosed with cancer. Absolutely, Sylvia. That's what I'm here for. So when you increase fiber, that is a huge part of feeding that gut microbiome. And when you do that, it's going to help the gut to create more of that serotonin, which is going to help the brain, right? It's going to help calm down that anxiety and the depression. The second thing is to increase protein levels. So we want to get more protein. Protein is very much the same. I have 3 friends who help me. Awesome. That is good. It's always good to have friends. Used to be depressed. And it's not a fun place to be. And surrounding yourself with people that are encouraging is so very important when you're depressed. Vitamin D and sunlight is a key part of that. Gamer awesome, silly friend. You're from Russia. Welcome in. I sent hearts. Thank you. I don't on this app it doesn't show me, but thank you so very much for letting me know, Vivi. I appreciate that. Where in Russia are you? I don't know exactly. I don't know a lot. I've hosted events with folks from Russia here in the States. So I've got a few friends. I know a bishop over there, Bishop Kagi, with the Global Methodist Church is a friend of mine. But one of the places I always wanted to go, I've always wanted to go to St. Petersburg. Vivi, you're from North Carolina. Where in North Carolina? Did we talk about that one before? I'm from North Carolina as well. My folks live there, and my sister and my parents live there. And you've got sleep issues. Kazan, ooh, I have no idea where that is. That's part of my geography that I don't know well. We're in North Carolina. My parents are in Greenville, over by the coast, east of Raleigh. I went to East Carolina University. So you've got some sleep issues. So cortisol is definitely something that's playing into that. And so we want to watch that. One of the things you really want to do is to turn this thing off about an hour before you go to bed. That would be a huge thing to help. In Grandy. Okay, I'm familiar with a lot of North Carolina. I don't think I've ever heard of Grandy. What's the biggest city that it's near? We've got your Creative Baker. Hello there. So, Creative Baker, what do you bake? What do you bake? This is a sleepy kitty. She likes her belly rub and it doesn't. You go to sleep at 4 or 5 a.m. Okay, that's not good. We need to get you to sleep before then. We need to definitely get you to sleep before then. Ideally, you want to go with the darkness and let that do that. Either Charlotte or Raleigh. Okay, now I know where Charlotte is. That's not my part of the state, so I'm more over eastern North Carolina. So I do know where Charlotte is. I've been that way a number of times. So totally cool. I make brownies, cookies, and other treats. That is awesome. Do you have like a cottage bakery or do you run a shop? I'm trying to I get it. So find a really boring book is good. There's some really good, I've used this, when I've not been able to sleep actually on here. Not yet. I might. You should. You should do that. Start doing some shows and things. There's some really good videos on here on YouTube that are like boring history. Puts me to sleep in a heartbeat. I mean, to tell you what, I will go to sleep and I'll just put my phone down and near my bed and let that run. And man, that puts me to sleep so fast. It's the most boring stuff in the world. And I like history. I don't know how they find the most boring things about history that, that puts me to sleep in a heartbeat. But I always try to make sure that I go to sleep. Really, when I get tired, you want to stop eating. Your Creative Baker, you're from New York. Awesome. Wow. We've had folks from all over the world in here tonight. That is totally cool. So yeah, stop eating. Couple things nutrition-wise. At least 2 hours before you're ready to go to bed. Every hour you can get a sleep before midnight counts almost as 2 hours. It's actually better sleep. So we can get you in bed and sleep, and that's going to be huge for your health. Awesome. Look at that. Look, I love New York. I love New York. I've been to New York, oh gosh, probably 6 times. I never want to live there. I couldn't live there. But it's an incredible place to live. Shark lover fan. I love it. What's your favorite shark movie? I got to put that out there. How are you, shark lover fan? What is your favorite shark movie? You got to put that in there. If you're a shark fan, I'm a scuba diver. I'm a certified scuba diver. And I don't know how I managed to get over my fear of Jaws. Yeah, there you go. All right, that's it. All right, quit playing with yourself, Hooper. Right? There you go. It's one of my favorite quotes. Besides, you're going to need a bigger boat, right? There is nothing like Jaws. That is a movie I will stop everything to watch. That's a great one. How about y'all in here? What would be the movies that you would stop everything to watch? For me, and I am a huge Star Wars fan. You have no idea, but The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Quigley Down Under, and Jaws are probably the 3 that whatever's on, I will stop what I'm doing. You love anime, and haven't drinking enough water lately. You definitely need to do that. The ones with drama romance. My wife and you would get along great. She loves the what is it, the Hallmark movies that always have romance in them. Although I like Bridgerton. I've been watching that. I literally watch 24/7. So do you have a subscription to the Hallmark channel? I don't think I can handle much. I usually go to sleep during them. And I'm kind of mad at myself. Bridgerton, this season, totally have fallen asleep. I have worked so much with my coaching and with real estate. It's just been non-stop this year. I just don't stop. And we're selling our house. So we're getting our house ready to go on the market. So it's just been absolutely exhausting. So I just keep going. So taking care of my health is huge. I love T-Stark CEO. I love action movies. All right. So what's your favorite? Give me your top 2. If you can give me 3, give me 3. Give me your top 2 if you can. Action movies. I gotta think about that. There's so many, right? I love the Expendables. I thought that was a great concept. That's always a fun one. And I love Jason Statham. His movies have been really good. The Transporter and the first season of the TV show that came out was pretty amazing. I'm trying to think what other action movies that I. There's so many. Die Hard, of course. You can't say it without Die Hard. Right? Welcome in. Thank y'all for coming in. Those of y'all that come in, we've got folks from New York. We're over in Japan. Where else we got? We got people from North Carolina in here, down in Vegas. All right. Where are you coming in from? Whenever I lay down and I stand up, I feel like I'm going to pass out. Okay. Wow. All right. So definitely we need to get have you had a good hey Clay Arnold, good to see you. Have you had a good day today? I had a pretty okay day today. I had to leave work after lunch. I just started feeling really weird, and I knew there's a bug going around here that people have been not feeling good. So I left and got out of the office and came home and tried to rest today. So as far as laying down and getting up too fast, we definitely want to make sure that you're getting that nutrition. You need to get that water in there, get that protein and fats. Get the good, healthy fats in there is important. My most favorite is Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. I have not seen that. I have not seen that. I need to see that. Shillings for Pokemon. You got me on that one. I used to play Pokemon on the Game Boy. Pokemon, what is it that they always would say? Pokemon can be found in tall grass. That was the weirdest thing. Squirtle was my favorite. I always liked that in the cartoon. When I watched the Pokemon cartoon, Squirtle was my favorite. My kids thought I was weird, but they were kids too. Squirtle, squirt. I like turtles, so I guess that's it. I also deal with allergies. What kind of allergies? God bless America, military, and the troops. Amen. Amen. My daughter is married to a Marine, so absolutely. Matt is an incredible young man. Very proud of him and what he's been able to do. Allergies. Always good to go with local honey if they are there. If you have food allergies, that could be related to insulin resistance as well. You're allergic to dust. Sylvia, always have a dust mask. I totally get it. Totally get it. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Those of y'all that are coming, welcome in. We're all over the place, and I love it. I love getting to meet people from everywhere. Definitely wear a mask. You want to definitely dust the house as much as possible. And let me know where you guys are coming in from as y'all stop through. I am Coach Ken. I'm up in Anchorage, Alaska, and we're just hanging out and chilling in the space tonight and working on some things. So look for some local honey if you can do that. Whatever you can get in the local area. So if you're allergic, particularly to pollens and things, local honey is going to be key. If it's from someplace that's not local, it may not help. It has dust like everywhere. Well, dust the room. Come on. Who are you waiting for? You got to do it. So, simple thing to do, if you would just get a rag, wet it down, squeeze everything out, wear a mask, and just wipe everything, get it off, and then go rinse it out, right? I'm too lazy. Well, okay. The problem's not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. That's from Captain Jack Sparrow, Pirates of the Caribbean, right? So you can do it. You can do it. Just pick one time. Hello there. Prince Stoles is back. Welcome in, Prince. Welcome in. Where are you coming in from? So, yeah, you're going to have to do it. You got to do it. When you start doing that, it's kind of like making your bed. You make it into a habit. There's a reason in the military that's like a required thing. There's a reason that's a required thing. Luna, where are you, Luna? I got a Zoe cat. Where's my Luna cat? And I have 2 dogs downstairs. Prince, you're from Italy. We're in Italy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're in Italy. So, I have been to Rome twice. I love Rome. And both times I have eaten at Alfredo's. Clay, thank you. Blessings to you and your family as well. I've eaten at Alfredo's. I will never eat fettuccine Alfredo ever again if I don't eat at Alfredo's in Rome. Oh my gosh, that is the best. Have you ever went to Jordan? I have not been to Jordan. There's a lot of places. I have a very small window of places that I have been. And they're kind of strange. You wouldn't really think about it. I have not been to Jordan, though. I have been to Greece. I've been to some of the islands there. I've been to Athens, of course. I've been to Croatia. I love Croatia. You're in Venice. How cool is that? I've not been to Venice. Not been to Venice. I've been to Frankfurt, and I've been to the airport in Paris. I went to Egypt last year. It was a vibe. I've wanted to go to Egypt. I have wanted to go to Egypt. We were gonna go, gosh, about 6 years ago, going scuba diving. But I've been a pastor for 30 years, so I have a training in spiritual formation. That's a part of my education. And the Desert Fathers, there's a lot of monasteries there, and there's a number of them that I wanted to go to. So I think Egypt is totally cool. Beautiful Robin, hi there. How are you? Welcome in tonight. Where are you coming in from? So we've got, I'm losing track of all the people coming in tonight. You guys are just an awesome group. And thank y'all for the likes and the hearts and everybody. Y'all have been just a blast to hang out with tonight. So one of the things, just to FYI, so we're talking about, well, we're not really, but insulin resistance, we're talking about issues. I drink a tea. This is an yerba mate concentrate. And the thing about it is you're over in Paris. We were just talking about that. Oh my gosh. I've been to the airport in Paris. That's about as far as I've gotten, I think. So we're talking about places that we've been. So I'm up in Anchorage, Alaska. So we are like all over the world here, which is totally cool. Totally love this. You guys are awesome. But have you ever went to Mexico? Yes, I have been to Mexico. I've been to Juarez and I've been to Cancun. Those are the two places that I have been. My grandparents were in El Paso, so I went to Juarez a couple of times. But in Brazil, Brazil, Peru, Argentina, they have a tea called yerba mate, and I don't know if you've heard of yerba mate, but the one that I have, this is Unimate. It is a concentrated version. The chlorogenic acid in here, the theobromine, it's a great, it's a vascular dilator and a bronchial dilator. So it helps both with your heart as well as it helps with your bronchial and your breathing. So we're talking about allergies. Since I started drinking this, it has helped my allergies to clear up tremendously. You drink a boba tea. Yeah, I've tried boba tea. There's not really any health benefits to the boba tea. But I know it definitely tastes good. I like this. This is a raspberry pomegranate, which is also the raspberry, so it's good for your heart as well. But everything in here is great. The reason I drink it is for energy, for health, and plus it's just dang good to drink. And I don't then want to drink anything that's crap. Like I said, I was diagnosed with diabetes in 2023, so I was able to reverse it. I became a nutrition coach so I could help people specifically. Is a strawberry banana drink. All right, very good. It's so good. You gotta, you guys are young though, so you guys get that. I'm an old guy, right? So, but don't forget your health. We just had, who was it that died at 42? Oh, we just had an actor here that died. I have a dog. I've got two of them. What kind of dog do you have? I've honestly drank my own. Okay. Well, that's a little too much information, Bailey. I have not done that. I cannot say that I've done that. I will tell you a little piece of trivia. When the scientists at the University of Florida invented Gatorade, the very first flavor they gave to the Florida Gator football team, the Florida Gators teams, they all said it tasted like piss. So all the scientists that invented it did piss. They drank their own piss because that's absolutely disgusting. How did we even get into that? All right, my dog's name is Lenny. He's a mixed pit bull. How cool is that? So we have Sadie, who is my girl. She is a Karelian bear dog, Alaska Husky mix, and And then we have Scout, who we adopted. I think he's about 13. He's a big old hound dog mutt mix. And poor old guy, he's getting slow and he's not getting around really good. When I was 8 or 9, I tried coffee before and it was disgusting. I felt the same way, though. I will have some coffee these days. I will drink some coffee. Yeah, I've adapted to the taste of it. My late wife loved coffee, so she got me started on it. Yes, absolutely, Sylvia. You definitely, if it's time for going to sleep, you need to get to sleep. I do not want you staying up. Everybody needs to get their sleep. That is so very important. When it comes to insulin resistance, it is one of the big things. We got to keep those cortisol levels under control. I know I'm always going back to nutrition and science and hormones and stuff, but that's just me. I'm an old guy, and you know what? My kids are old now. My wife's kids are old. They're out on their own. We have an empty nest. So this is me getting to just kind of be dad and sharing with people. All right. You guys have been awesome. It has been totally cool hanging out with you guys tonight. Totally cool. So we've had Venice. We've had Vegas. We had Japan. Where else have we had in here tonight? We have Canada that came on, I was thinking, as well. So we have folks from all over. It's just been all over the place. Last night we had Greenland in here, Sri Lanka, India. I'm absolutely fascinated by it. Somebody was asking me the other day about American money. What did it look like? It was kind of weird. You have been so many places. Myra, that's cool. That is awesome. I've got a few places. I don't have many places on my bucket list. My wife has got a goal to go to every continent in the world. She's gotten pretty close to it. Mine is going to England, and just to be wherever my wife is. I know it's kind of sappy, romantic, probably, but that's why I want to be. I want to be where my wife is. But for me personally, I want to go to England. I want to spend a couple weeks there. I want to go to Iona. I want to go to London to the John Wesley tour to check out all those places. So that's a big part of what I want to do as well. So awesome. So it is. I'm gonna be jumping off here. It's almost 8 o'clock here. I know that's sounds like much, but I have not slept well the last couple of nights, so I'm starting to feel it. So just so you guys are aware, if you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe. England has been overrun by Muslims. Walter Matthews. I've had people say that, right? For me, it's 12. Okay. Cool. So you're 12 o'clock. So that's over. You're over at East Coast. You're East Coast time. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So I usually get on at 4:30 a.m. I do a science call. I do most of my coaching is early in the morning. This is just kind of this is a new, I think Prism is the software that I'm using. I like it because I can do things that are good for my coaching and my work. So I get to kind of use all of this stuff. And so I can make things go away. So it's kind of cool. So like I'm going to put, there we go. I'm going to put that one up there. This is our, down there at the bottom is our, this is a really cool little thing. And I don't know why I was doing that. So if I do that and it goes up there, there we go. So that is our Facebook group, Healthy Together and Feeling Great, that my wife and I have. So, and it went away. That's kind of weird. You're going to bring your friend in here. Well, that would be cool. Like I said, I'm not going to be on a whole lot longer. I just wanted to hang out for a little bit and get to see who's out there. So yeah, I'm just kind of playing with this, and I've gotten to where I kind of like hanging out here. It's kind of a different life. I've got a whole coaching thing that I do in the morning that to help people. So So a little bit different than what this one is. So, Myra, if you guys would subscribe, would be awesome. She said 1 minute. Okay, I will hang loose so you can bring her in here, and we'll say hey. I feel like I'm a youth pastor again. It's oh. Zoe Cat, what are you doing? Where's Luna? Where's the Luna kitty? I don't know where my Luna cat is. She's doing something. So we were talking about the dogs. I also have a cockatiel. So we have a zoo, is what we say. We've got 2 cats, 2 birds, we actually have 5 chickens. I forget about the chickens, but we have 5 chickens. I went to see them today. We have them at a friend's house. So, but we go over and take them food, and they've got their little run, their little chicken coop, and it's winter, so right now they're not doing any eggs. So we just feed them. They're freeloaders. I feed them, and they don't give me any eggs, and that's really a bummer because I could really go for some eggs right about now. Would be good. I had salmon patties. We catch our own salmon up here in Alaska, so we have a mess of salmon patties that we made this year. Which have been awesome to have, and so that's been pretty cool. So, all right. X Maya, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome into the chat. Good to see you today. I appreciate that. This has been, I'm just fascinated. It's so very different. Once people start talking on here, it just is so different than TikTok. I did TikTok for a year. I got to where I didn't like it. I'm good. How are you? I am Coach Ken, the wellness preacher. I'm up in Anchorage, Alaska. And where are you at? Where in the world are you at? Because my chats have quickly become people from all over. I'm not sure how it is that I attract people from all over. Still kind of getting used to this one right here. You're down in Vegas too. So are you? Is it Myra? Are you Myra's friend down there in Vegas? Is that it? Yeah, we were talking about that. I love Vegas. Vegas is one of my favorite cities to go to. Last time we were there, we went to the Mob Museum. That was a blast. That was so bloody fun. I learned so much at the Mob Museum. And in fact, my wife is connected to her last name is Gagliano, so she's connected to the mob. It's kind of crazy that way, but so yeah. Well, thank y'all so much for being here, and like I said, if you have liked and subscribed, I want to thank you for that. It means a lot to me. I am working hard to build my channel. I think everybody that's a creator on here, I don't just do lives. I make videos. I make shorts. You've been friends. You go to the same school, and okay, very good. Well, it's good to meet friends of a friend. I appreciate that. If there's questions that you guys have, help me if you would, as you think about it. And you can always message me to make videos that are, as I talk about nutrition. I actually was talking with one of my, I won't say a client, but it's become a friend of mine, is there's the Luna. Luna is all black. That's my black kitty cat, and she's just a shadow. And she gets all slinky around, and she thinks we don't see her. So she's getting water, and I just looked over, and there she is. There's a big fluffy tail. Yeah, we were talking a little bit about what he needed in terms of nutrition. So what, the thing about it is, I have a lot of concerns. I was coaching him about the importance of brushing and flossing. My wife's been a dentist for 30 years, and its connection to health, about how you take care of your mouth and those kind of things. I know it's kind of boring. I like to make it fun. I like to have interaction there. But as it relates to things, if you're a teenager, fiber is still going to be incredibly important. We've talked about anxiety and depression. So foods with soluble fiber is a huge part of that. So while I do a lot with Gen Xers, my age group, it seems like you guys want to talk about that too. So I want you guys to be healthy. And that's important. 1 in 3. Oh, there's a Luna. Is she going to come up? Luna. There's the Luna. Come here, little stinker. Come here. People want to see the Luna. Oh, there's the Luna. There's my Luna kitty. Oh my goodness. Luna, you want to say hey? This is my Luna. Luna, you want to say hey to everybody? No? She's not sure. She's all hidey. It's the Luna. Yes. Hello, Luna. You want to say hey to the people? This is a cute kitty. She's like hanging on for dear life. So yeah. I'm kind of getting to be all over the place. Getting a little loopy. Time to go to bed, I think, for sure. So thank y'all so much for being here and for subscribing. Let me know what I could do to answer any questions in the future. And hopefully I will be back on in the evening. I will try to be back on tomorrow. But check out any of my videos. And if there's anything I can do, there's a subject you want me to hit, you let me know. Thanks so much for being here. Y'all go get the day. Make it golden. Go be excellent to one another. And please go be excellent to yourselves. Y'all have a great night.